At home, playing some Madden, playing some COD.
Oh, Madden and Call of Duty, mate.
Oh,
You
Madden.
must be a...
Birdie, mate. Here shows. Birdie, mate. Here shows.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Deeg podcast. Hope your time's in it by two. Me and B Griff are here today. And B Griff, would you like to tell us, buddy, what we're getting into today?
So, as you know, Diego DM'd actually Jack Bird, the Dragon football player, asked if he wanted to come on the podcast.
Yep.
And not to our surprise, because we're the best podcast in the world, and everyone loves us, but please fuck off. He wanted to come on. He's a fucking loser, but yeah.
I think, personally, Jack Bird has a bit of a crush on both of us, hence why he's come onto our podcast. Oh, here he is, Birdie, mate. Birdie, mate.
Bird, mate.
Welcome
Birdie,
onto the
mate.
podcast, buddy. We're happy to have you, mate.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
So, Bird, mate, we know you've suffered an ACL injury in the past, and, it might have been a bit rough for you in the time of doing it. It was around COVID-19 quarantine. How was that feeling for you, like being at home, being injured and around the house?
Much, mate. There's not much to do up here, especially with the knee brace on. I can't really get around and do the housework I wanted to do, so I've just been chilling at home.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, Birdie. We're really appreciative of you telling us that, and that must have been something really hard to go to. Brody Griffin here, he's actually injured his skull. He's fractured his skull before doing a hand spin at the school disco, so he can 100% relate, can't you, B. Griffin?
Pretty much as it was at the school disco, and they were playing Dynamite by some geezer. I don't know his name.
Susan Boyle.
And she was playing Dynamite by Susan Boyle, and we the power workers we're gonna light it up like it's dynamite. I showed everyone my hand. I said, look at my hand. My hand's dynamite. I'm gonna light it up like it's dynamite. So I got my hand on fire after I threatened the canteen lady, because like the canteen's connected to the hall. It's like a back thing. So I threatened her. I said, listen, I might kill you if you don't give me some something like a flammable liquid and some like a match or like a like a light or something. You know what I mean? I was pretty small at the time. She's pretty fucking retarded. She probably could have overpowered me, but so I got what I wanted pretty much, and I lit my hand on fire. Did the hand spin, so I put my hand on the ground and it was lighted on fire and span in the circles on the ground like that because I was pretty strong. Like hold my whole body up.
He did indeed, yeah.
And then the canteen lady realized, wait, I could have overpowered this kid. Comes and just kicks me in the skull, and that's how I fractured my skull doing a handspin at the school disco. I got a question for you, Birdie. What was it like? Because I know I've come back obviously from my hand turning injury from the fractured skull. I used to play professional darts, and I know that there's a lot of vigorous activity that goes into being a professional athlete, and obviously, darts is probably the most vigorous, you could say.
Yeah.
And after sort of sitting on your ass for a few months after the injury, what was it like, getting back into the swing of things and the constant demand that football training and playing has on your body and previous knee injury that's once healed?
Pretty tough, to be honest, Shaddy. Obviously coming back from a knee reconstruction's not easy, and the first time I did it, I thought I was pretty unlucky against Manly at the Magic round, and I said to myself, I'm going to do everything I can to get back on the field. And
that's not from me. Okay.
Birdie, mate, I just wanted to ask, relaying what Brody has just said, where was your mental state, finding out about that injury? How did it make you feel emotionally?
I was trying to be positive about it with, it could be my MCL, because I had a bit of pain on the inside of my knee, and when the physio checked my knee out, I was a bit stiff, and he yanked it about 10 times or whatever. He only
barbecue
felt the
sauce.
ACL once.
Yeah.
So he couldn't really tell if I did it or not because I was a bit too stiff. I went straight up and got a scan. Because we've got a scanner up top of our training facility.
So, Birdie, man, I heard you have a lot of free time because of your injury. Did you play? Have you played Days Gone yet? It was for free in a PlayStation Store from April 1st to April 30th. So, I mean, if you're not a fucking idiot, you would have got it.
I've just been chilling at home, playing some Madden, playing some COD.
Oh, Madden and Call of Duty, mate.
Oh, Madden.
You must be a nerd. You have to be playing Days Gone, buddy.
Yeah, if you're not playing Days Gone, you're a fucking idiot. If you're playing Madden, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Yeah, so, Birdie, mate, what was the first preseason back, after return from injury? I could imagine it was, exciting to sort of get back into it, but also, did you face any challenges or anything like that? Any first few games back and all that?
I had a few. I wouldn't say great games in the preseason, but I was comfortable there.
Yeah.
And I think the main focus for me was to get my defense right, because I know I can run the ball back hard and all that kind of stuff and do whatever in attack. But I think the one thing for me was to get my defense right. And I think they only scored 1 or 2 tries while I was on the field in 3 trials.
You speaking of your getting your defense right, I think you're honestly a top player, Bird, and you've absolutely mastered your defense. I've been watching you lately, playing the football, and coming back from your injury, you've done a lot. So on to the next question. So yeah, Bird, mate. Speaking of you've returned from injury. Before all that, you had a very successful season with the Sharks in around 2015, 2016. We'd like to speak about your first couple moments in that team.
Yeah, wasn't it? That was your first season in the NRL, wasn't it?
Well, I think 2015 it kind of kick-started our 2016 season, to be honest with you. That was my first year in the NRL. We had Mickey Ennis, first season at Cronulla. And I think the only thing we'll really missing were key positions. And, I didn't go there as a 5'8". They had to slot me at 5'8".
24.
And I think once they signed Jimmy, I think that was, a great thing for the team and a great thing for the club. And I was happy to go and play centre at that time because I knew what team we had.
Yeah, well, of course, Birdie. Of course, playing for such a team with those kind of players, it can really make someone feel at home after coming back from an injury.
Yeah,
Birdie, mate. I've actually got a question from one of my mates coming in. He just wants to ask you, what's the main attributes you'd want in a football team? What makes a winning team, in a team environment? What makes winners?
Just trusted each other, to be honest. I think
I trust Birdie's mum. Yep.
I think
Oh my god, my name is Bertie and I play for a shit club and have a micro penis.
What's that? It's not very nice.
One of the guys come in the question room or something, trolling us something.
Sorry, Brady, mate. Sorry about that.
But we got
Someone,
I don't know if you know how Discord works. There's other people in this Discord.
And someone has their
they come in and ask. Some of them troll us all the time. So yeah,
I think they're Mr. Funny Guy, Mr. Wise Guy.
Yeah, apologies about that, Bird.
Sorry about that, mate.
So now enough about footy because that's all the boring stuff. We all your whole life is involved with footy. We want to spice it up. We want to bring you into our world a little bit, don't we, B. Griffin?
Yeah.
We've seen in the news recently that Susan Boyle and Rebel Wilson, they're looking to move their careers into rugby as fullbacks. They've both said. Any thoughts you had about that, or have you even heard about that? Maybe any advice you can give them?
They're a lot better than me at fullback, but I think
I'd imagine they are better than you, mate.
A leaf out of their book each week and just kept grinding away. I'd try and get a little bit better at that each week.
Yeah, of course. It's good to branch out into other things sometimes for some people. Like you could branch out into male stripping possibly one day.
I'll just say that yes. I'd keep my options open.
I've heard you sort of diversified your activities, and you've sort of been doing some
molestation.
These molestation projects at just outside daycare center. Yeah. Kids are at their lunch break, and I heard you've been just tapping on the fence and going, "Psst, come here," and you actually managed to lure a few. So I just want to say, first of all, what's that about, and also, are you going to do it again?
Like I said before, I said to myself when I did it the first time, I'm going to do everything I can. But I think this time I'm going to do the exact same thing, but 100 times better.
100 times better. Birdie, mate.
Yeah, Birdie, mate.
I didn't know you had those views, but, it's okay to say these things sometimes.
Yeah. It's a bit gay. It's a bit homo to do. Homo to show.
Possibly, yeah.
Bit gay to do, but it's not too bad.
You're a big footy player, and, it should be a privilege to be, I would like you to be doing that to me, if anything.
Same, yeah, same.
So, Bird, mate, what was your, initial reaction to the daycare centre being shut down since, you can't really lure any more kids?
I think at that time I just, busted out and crying, and I had my partner there, and our Broncos welfare officer, and
yeah, right. Well, it's quite interesting. I would have thought you'd maybe say something else there. It's okay to cry. We're men. It's not gay to say. It's not gay to cry. It's fine.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Brody?
No, it is gay to cry.
Yeah.
Recently, since the shutting down of the daycare center, you've recently moved on to young primary school boys. What was it like when you first rocked up to your primary school and found out that it's a bit more fortified, a bit more secure, so you couldn't really get in and lure as many boys as what you thought you could have?
Yeah. It wasn't ideal, and I was a bit down at the time, mate, but I kept questioning myself, why me? But I guess God's always got a plan for you, and I guess this is his plan. And I've been unlucky, but, I've said it before, it's not going to stop me from coming back.
It's so good. Let's just go back in time to the very first toddler boy that you lured from the original daycare center that got shut down. What was your reaction? How were you feeling at the time?
I was really excited, to be honest.
Jack Bird, so we've had a couple of altercations with some celebrities. You might have heard of the Fappening, a week when all the celebrities' nudes were getting leaked. What was that week like? How was that for you? Because I know I had a really good experience with it.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable week, mate, and I'll never forget that week.
Yeah, 100% it won't be forgotten, mate. Boy, did you see the Susan Boyle ones? Boy,
yeah, Susan Boyle.
They were, gorgeous. Jack Bird, mate, we're gonna have to shut you up. That's enough of your time, buddy. Okay, because you're getting too much on.
It's time for you to go home.
It's time to
go.
Because, buddy, you're taking too much of our clout now, and because we got to have you on the podcast, we can't share so much around all the time.
Yeah.
So, thanks for coming on, buddy. We're happy to have you on at any other time other than, next coming months.
Or ever again.
Never again. And you were horrible. You're very extremely rude to us. And the questions you answered were probably some of the best questions we will ever speak. So, yeah, you have me and Brody to thank for your platform today.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me, eh? Thanks for all the viewers in that as well, and thanks for the questions.
Cheers,
Appreciate
buddy.
it.
Fuck off, mate.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, fuck, get lost.